It's snowing Buffalo.
Okay, it is now 6:30. Call this, my time, it's 6:30.
Okay.
And we'll call this meeting, or work session of the mayor and council for Monday, January 9th into session. First, we'll go over our regular business meeting agenda. Anyone have anything they'd like to go over on that? Anything that sticks out to anybody?
On committee reports, the Evermore CID, I'm not gonna take that off, because
Okay,
there's been no meeting since the previous report.
okay.
Unless you want me to re-emphasize the change in personnel.
No, we got that already.
In the two action items there, I tried to put everything I could in my agenda item summary. On Oak Road Park, obviously, the big change was going from a natural trail to a hard surface trail that, in both public meetings, everybody wanted to go to that. And we have saved enough money on other SPLOST expenditure items to cover that $31,000. We'll do a budget amendment, but we budgeted $250, the bid is at $281. Roger had asked about some references on Zaveri. I don't know if you remember Zaveri or not, but he was actually the low bid on the LCI project, and he couldn't get it bonded. Since then, his company has really grown. He has a very impressive maintenance contract with Southern Company, where he does a lot of their work, and our consultant felt very good about them. I got a good notice out of Henry County where he had done some recreation work, so that's why my recommendation is to approve the $281,000.
He's also the gentleman that put the fence and the concrete up around the
Garden.
around the wrought iron fence and the columns. He's also the one that did that.
What did we save? You said we saved enough to pay for it with other stuff?
Yes, on both resurfacing, thanks to the Snell folks, and the estimate for the regional stormwater. Clark Patterson has started work on that, and we're doing very well there.
Okay, anything else on that?
Yeah, on the stat contract.
Yes.
There, I just saw two typos. I sent out an email very late this afternoon.
So you're okay with the typos? Or is that what you're saying, you just need to have the typos?
No, we need to reference them, because on page 2, it says the approved event schedule for 2016 is attached. So that definitely needs to be fixed. The other two are really minor.
Update that.
Okay, anything else about the general meeting? All right, let's go back to the work session then. Do we have any correspondence?
No.
City Attorney's report, I understand we will have an exec session. Discussion of the nuisance action against 3125 Carnegie Drive.
Yes,
Jason?
I believe you got a PDF in your packets as well about just some of the conditions over at 3125. This is typical action against some of these properties where we fail to get any action from a bank or an absentee property owner, so we'll hand it over to Chuck and Tony and Leslie to start up that procedure, and that usually generates some action after that. So we just ask that you give us your permission to move forward.
Okay, well, does anyone have any objection? Without objection?
Is this currently inhabited, or is it empty?
I think it's empty.
The officer's report said it's vacant.
Most of them are either, what usually happens is if somebody is foreclosed on, but the bank never follows through with the foreclosure, then they just point the finger until we do the title search and follow the procedure, then they realize they have to, take care of the property, so that's usually what gets action, but that one's pretty rough.
Yeah, looking at that,
So, Without objection? Any objection?
No objection.
No. Go ahead, Susan.
Don't we have another action in process against a different property?
Yeah, we've got one over on Hickory Trail, I believe, that we're moving forward with too. The last two that we've executed have ended in full compliance.
Next thing on the agenda is the Gwinnett Chamber Annual Dinner. This is all, bringing it up to y'all, last year we didn't buy the table, and this year we're being offered it. I just need to know what your pleasure is.
Is this the dinner or the state of the county address?
Is the dinner.
This is the big dinner.
Oh, that's the big dinner. So what about the state of the county?
I haven't received anything on that yet.
Okay, well, it's February 16th, so.
I thought Eric had sent out did you send out something to put it on our
State of the county?
calendars?
It wasn't the state of the county,
Oh.
it was the redevelopment tour
Right.
coming up in May, and the redevelopment forum that comes up in October, just so you had the.
I don't know.
You might have gotten something from the Council on Quality Growth. They help sponsor all of the.
I mean, I'd like to go to the county, I'd like to go to the state of the county address myself, personally.
Not a problem, we just gotta wait, or we'll have to, Leanne, could you, call, I don't know, tomorrow, and find out what we need to do. How many people wanna go to that?
What are we talking about?
State of
State
the
of
county.
county.
State of the county.
This dinner doesn't even have a speaker. I mean, it's more
Well,
of
it's,
an
that's
awards.
just some award,
type of
that, we
thing.
know what that one is, that's the,
Yeah.
the
Had
black
everybody
tie
in that.
event.
This is not state of the county. State of the
Correct.
county is usually during the day.
Correct.
It's
During
a
the day. It's
lunchtime,
February-
isn't it?
It's February 16th, yeah,
This is a dress-up dinner.
yeah.
Yeah.
Get
So let's
the
go with
Your
this
dress
one
up.
first, anyone interested in attending that?
I mean, I think I'd like to attend.
Yeah, I would too. but
It's a
I
good-
got a CID invite.
Okay, so you're
Well,
covered.
you go on CID's Monday,
No, I'd
I'll
rather
go on the
not.
city
I'd rather
Monday.
Unless you want to come as my date.
I could, Kathy, you okay with that?
Okay,
If I get two tickets from CID, I don't care, fine with me.
Are you gonna go to this?
I haven't thought about it, I probably will, yeah.
It's Super Bowl weekend.
It was Friday night.
It's true.
Super Bowl's not till
Yeah.
Sunday.
Let's get a table.
So how many people? How many people? That's three. Barbara?
Roger.
If you guys all go, I'll go.
6.
Yeah.
Cool if all six of us.
All right, get us a
I mean,
table then.
I'll go, I'll
That's
go
10
with it.
people, that's 10, right? That's, the 10 or 12 at the table.
It's not 12.
Yeah, it's not 12.
It might be 8.
That was one of the questions that Melissa said she did not know the answer to. It doesn't specify whether it's seat 6, 8, 10, we don't know.
Okay, well, let's find out, and we need 1, 2, 3. Are you going, Roger?
Yeah.
Okay, so there'll be 12 of us, so.
I'll find out and let you know.
Which Friday was
Butch, you wanna go?
No,
It is
Super Bowl weekend.
Friday the 3rd of February.
Friday the 3rd.
And then
February.
we'll call and we'll get information on the 16th, and we can discuss that at the next work session. We'll have that on the work session, okay?
2317.
Well, and let us know if there's not 12 at a table.
Yeah, let us know what it's gonna, yeah,
I don't think
just
it's
when you
12.
get that information. Table of 10, okay.
The table of 10, okay.
Dave, you're gonna have to take the CID's tickets.
Because I'll check with Greg. I don't know that he'd want to go anyway.
And I'll check with Sherry and see if I don't know.
Yeah, and I don't know that Carol will wanna go either, so maybe 10 will be enough, yeah. One table will be enough.
I checked with numerous and no one wants to show up on.
Okay.
He wants to go with you.
So I got nothing to say for
That's
that.
the annual dinner, we'll get the information on
cats.
everything. Martin Luther King event planning. Here's the extension of
Just haven't lowered my
our planning.
standards.
I have agreed that we will have the stage set up on the town green for them that morning, and that they can start marching from there. That's the extent of our oh, and the police department will provide safe passage for them from Main Street to South Gwinnett High School.
down Main Street.
Not Main Street.
No, what I mean, I said I meant from the
Green.
Green.
Can we go Clower?
Yeah, we'll go Clower, Wisteria, yeah. I didn't mean anything but
And
that.
We just can't go
I know.
they won't let us do that.
how about opening and closing the stage? We'll need somebody,
We'll need somebody there, but that's a Monday, oh, that's a holiday for you?
Well,
Okay.
if it's there in its normal place, I don't mind I don't mind opening it up.
Well, it'll be there. We had planned on putting it there Thursday. We just didn't know, if they wanted us to open it and close it.
Well, then we need to have it open and closed, Bob, if you'll do that. I'll be there to
I'll
help
do
you.
that. I'll do that, yeah, as long as it's there,
Yeah.
I would prefer, well, I can move it with the truck and everything, I
No, we're
prefer
having it in
not.
place. It'll be
If
in
you got
place.
it in place, then we'll,
So what we're gonna have at the next meeting is we'll have well, I guess before that, I need approval for the stage, and then I'll get us to sign a contract. Do we need to write that up as an addendum to our regular meeting and get that just,
you can just make that,
so I could have someone to add that to the new business items, and, just to permission for them to use the stage at our normal rate. Okay?
and they're not gonna have access inside City Hall then.
No.
So nothing is going on in terms of city speeches or presentations or, okay.
I'll tell you what, I'll give you background, see what I'm saying. They contacted me about a week before I was going out of town. It was the first time they contacted me, maybe 2 weeks. But
Right.
certainly 11th hour, and,
They're still gonna use South Gwinnett?
pardon me?
They're still gonna use South Gwinnett for
Well,
the cafeteria?
I'm gonna-
and all that? I mean, this is.
That's what I've been told. I've also been told that they haven't contacted South Gwinnett in any way,
Yeah,
shape, or
'cause
form.
I had no idea. but-
that's where the march was going.
Right, but that's their baby.
Yeah, cafeteria and all of that's gotta
Yeah.
go through,
But that's up to them. That has nothing to do with
Okay.
us.
so I shouldn't, probably.
I wouldn't do.
Gotcha.
Get-
Okay,
I got a call from,
I shouldn't
Paul
worry.
Drake, I believe his name is, at the Berean Baptist Church. He would like very much to be involved in it next year, but he kind of felt like when he was inquired this year, that he was kind of told, this is ideal. We're doing it. So next year, we're gonna make it more ecumenical. He's willing to head up a committee, which will start in July or August,
Oh, okay.
getting all the churches in the city involved and make it a bigger, better thing. I just, after the fiasco last year when we tried to help and they kinda got turned against us, I figured this year we just back out and let them do their thing so they can't say anything about what we've done. So right or wrong, that was a decision we made on it, but I did give them the two things, the stage and police protection. Okay?
Cool.
Okay, so that's all we have. What's the other thing I was gonna ask you? Ongoing projects? Go ahead, you wanna go over that real quick?
Town center working plan, I do need a few minutes in the executive session to go over some property issues. I can tell you we're working on all of the various agreements. I'm sorry we did not have the retreat this weekend, but I have some documents for you in the executive session for you to review. Joint city and county plans, the mayor is arranging the next meeting with the county, and we've had discussions with library board folks, and they've been very positive. So we
And
gotta get,
commissioners.
yes, we gotta get the county moving on the intergovernmental agreement. Public relations, marketing, town center. We're pushing a new focus on the town center at Snellville. Brian, can you give us an update of what's happening this week?
Sure. Tyler, our web designer, and Eric and I will be discussing, actually, it's the groundwork is already laid down. We actually have a new tab at the top of the website where we have currently we have 4, we're adding another one, and it's going to say the town center at Snellville. You click on it, it'll have news, all the project plans. It'll have something called the conversation, which is a forum where people can comment about specifics regarding the plan. And then, of course, we have we're going to have the links to all social media sites, which will be we'll have an Instagram, a Twitter, and a Facebook site set up specifically for the town center. So people that want to come and access it through the website, social media, they can do that. And then, of course, when we have this, it's going to be probably finalized by the end of the week, and we'll put a press release out and let everybody know that there is a new tab on the website, new information available regarding the town center. So that's going to be their one-stop shop there for all the information for the town center.
And we'll continue to push that. We expect some, just several things are going on where hopefully we'll see some new progress in the next month. Tree replacement at DDR, they will be, that item will be before the mayor and council at the next meeting on the 23rd. It goes to the, so I guess it's been to the planning commission.
It's first
Passed on.
Yeah.
first.
Town hall meetings, I believe we set March 16th as a tentative date. We were going to discuss that also at the retreat. Snellville Citizen Academy, there again, we're working towards the spring. The UDO, that's one thing that we've tried to, in all of our public information, to separate out the rest of the UDO from what we've adopted so far in the town center area, to let people know we aren't finished. This was an important part of it, but we have a long way to go. So that's trying to distinguish the two things there. Charter Review Committee, I know, is still looking for, I don't know if there's another meeting set up or not, but going to be looking at different home rule options, I guess. The eBay sales basically complete for this year. Already looking towards next year, and we'll report on an inventory list there.
Okay, so we don't, from that big stack of computers, everything we had that were set up, we don't have anything left in surplus.
We can't identify anything else.
Okay.
Whatever we've got is going next year.
Okay. But everything that we current had on that other list, all that computer stuff, all of that is gone and
Yeah,
off
it's
the
all,
premises.
we're just, we look at equipment and see what we've got next year. The recreation and senior planning, the park construction award is on the agenda for this evening. And we should be able to hold a pre-con in the next week or two. Everybody is hoping for positive action tonight. Roundabout construction, I've met with Tony and Chuck. They are putting the documents that we need into the closing statements. All of the North Road property should close in January. We've started working on Ridgedale again. Probably not this meeting, but probably next meeting, we'll have an executive session item regarding some of the property at Ridgedale. The Oak Road sidewalk is complete. I think the tie-ins to the park will work very well, and everybody will be pleased with that. Kurt and Gretchen asked for some specific information on the park to share, I think, with some neighbors and some people who had asked you some questions. If there's anything further on that, just let me know.
Okay, thank you.
78 and 124, GDOT is in court with several property owners. We get notified regularly. 6 right now.
Cases.
Yeah, 6 cases. But with it's still moving. FFPR is the final field plan review. That's complete. There's some notes to be incorporated. I don't know if you all remember when we first started talking about this project, I brought you 2 huge flow charts of what had to happen to get to construction. We're 75% through that flow chart. When the notes are incorporated into this document, and we'll probably be 80%, and we're looking at still an FY17 construction start. Residential annexation, I think that was going to be discussed at the retreat also. I apologize if my crystal ball was a little cloudy on the weather.
Well, it wasn't just you.
I'm sorry about that. I hope the next item, I hope the 28th is good for everybody, because it's good for the folks in Athens. And the City Hall Plaza is also one of those that other projects will impact, and we need to discuss that together.
Yeah,
Anyone?
my, Ariane, do you
Can I ask
Go
a
ahead.
question? On the DLT project, when's the appropriate time? We talked about doing, trying to get the DOT to do detour down McGee Road over to Oak.
Yes.
When's the appropriate time to bring that up to them?
Well,
Or do
we've
we need
already
to talk to them?
brought it up to them, and we just need to follow up. We've changed our review meetings. I think there's, I think it's this Thursday. I think it's next Thursday. It's on my agenda.
Okay.
We'll just have to beat them over the head with it. So I'll let you know where we get to.
Okay.
Before we go into executive session, there's one more thing that I'd like to add to the discussion, and that's proclamations and resolutions. I'm not seeing anything coming from the council itself, people that we need to recognize for one reason or another in the city. Sometimes I think we just don't look for them. I would really like all of us to be more aware. I would like to see us giving a proclamation or resolution at every meeting to someone and recognize people that do things in the city. It does a lot of good. It'll help Brian, give Brian, material to get out. It would recognize our citizens, and we have an awful lot of them that do an awful lot. So it won't be hard for us. Just keep it on top of your head that, well, there's a reason for it. Just, there's reasons there, we just sometimes don't pick up on them.
And the proclamation is probably the most applicable to use versus the resolution.
Right, yeah. And the way we do proclamations is, unless it's one that someone's requesting that I have to do during the week or something, and they just put my name on it. We all sign proclamations too. At one point, that was the big difference, but we all sign proclamations and resolutions, so proclamation is the more, I agree, that's.
It's the more honorary.
Well, you don't vote on a proclamation, you vote on a resolution.
Well, that's a very good point. But not only that, but proclamation is a little bit more prestige. I think that's a little bit more status or something.
Yeah, we can resolve to assign a date
Right.
every year for something. That's would be more
Right,
appropriate for a
that would make it
resolution
more
than it
of a-
would be just to honor somebody or somebody's achievement.
During the work session of the mayor and city council, Snellville, Georgia, Mayor Witt announced that certain matters should be discussed in a closed session of the